The first universe we are going to out of 5 is the Evil Clock universe. And Lego, after messing with the Zolzad multiverse, I wanted to go to other ones like LI and mess it up as well. I've stolen all the food items and hid them around the multiverse. And you'd be correct. That's exactly what you did. We knew about this pod a few weeks beforehand thanks to CoolGuy33, so we know what the heck you're up to. With all of these now found, we can go ahead and put all 4 of them through the portal. And this counts as all 4 of them right there for that one. And then of course we can put all 3 through there, officially sending them back to the food store in our universe. Alright, first of all, let's talk about that previous segment. This was actually a suggestion by CoolGuy33 via my Discord messages, and yeah, he suggested that we should do these in Operation Multiverse because it makes a lot of sense because this is a massive event. And to be honest, he's not wrong. I don't get why we didn't do that before. Of course, one thing I tried doing was changing it up a little so it isn't the exact same thing as Operation Liquid Island, which can explain why you saw the previously on Operation Multiverse on a sign rather than the way it used to be for Operation LI. This is so it isn't a complete copy and paste. And the to be continued will also probably be in that format too. So please look out for that throughout the remainder of these missions. With that out of the way, one more thing before we get started. I ended up updating the schedule to add Minecraft 16th anniversary because then I remembered that, yeah, that's a thing later in the month, in like 2 weeks. So I put that in there. I also stated that Liquid Island will be on a short break after Multiverse while we figure out how that portal appeared in the port, what its purpose was, and how to get rid of it for good. Or maybe it's telling us that things could possibly be changing soon. That should hopefully clear up some confusion. Alright, the second universe we are going to in our quest is the Rivals universe. All that being said, let's jump right into it. Okay, we have arrived in the Rivals universe, and it looks very similar to the Evil Clock universe, or at least this first room does, for some reason. We still got all the fire from the previous universe. That's kind of crazy. No, I think it's a reference to the Evil Clock versus Evil Sheet Leader War, which I think is actually where this originated. Actually, if I remember correctly. So I guess that would make sense as to why that's there. Anyway, dang man, this looks cool. And I definitely can see that these are definitely the banners for the universe, which we'll get after the mission. Speaking of the mission, let's start off that mission now, shall we? Today we are searching for all the meat-related items in the food store. Specifically, the pork chops, steaks, and chicken, respectively. And actually, I can already see the pork chops within this very room, actually. So, I have a good feeling that they're all in here. We have the first pork chop right over here. And then, I think we have a few more. Wait, I see another item frame. There we go. That's the second one. The third one is hidden over here, right behind this specific banner. Oh, and I actually see another item frame right under that fire. Yep, there we go. And then, what about the other one? I want to see this. Oh, yep, I see another one. And there we go. That's all 5 of them. Oh, I see the steaks back here. Let's collect it right here behind this banner. And there should be 4 more in here. Yep, I see another item frame back here. I see another one back here as well. Then another one back here as well. And one more hidden behind this last banner over here. It turns out they were all hidden behind the banner. Okay, so I just found the location for the chicken items. Which means I know they're here because I just found it. Yep, I see one back here. There we go. Oh, I see one back there. I see one in this cave. So, yep, there is definitely got to be one back here as well. Oh, I see a third one under this fire right there. Wait, I see another one behind the fire. There we go. And I see one more behind this banner. Well, that's now said. Let's officially throw these into the portal and get them back to the food store. There we go. Mission complete. And as a reward for completing the mission, we get the Rivals Universe banner, which specifically looks like this. It is a combination between Evil Sheep Leader's colors and Evil Clock's colors, which is super, super cool. Speaking of which, let's go explore the Rivals universe. Now, this does have a few more areas compared to the Evil Cluck one, so this will take a little longer. But I'll try to go them as quick as possible so we're not here all day. Anyway, here is actually a combination between Evil Sheep Leader and Evil Cluck's colors. We have Evil Sheep Leader's colors on this side, and then Evil Cluck's colors on this side. Very nice to like accommodate the fire as well. We got some banners all over the place, as we can clearly see. It is very, very cool, and I do definitely think I like the design. It is very, very nice. And with all that being said, let's continue on. Alright, so the first room to be based off of Evil Sheep Leader, there are 3 of them total for each villain, is my cave. And this is where we were earlier for the mission. Anyway, as you can see, it looks like this. It is all decked out for Evil Sheep Leader's cave. This is a very, very nice little thing we have here. These are actually Evil Sheep Leader banners, which I just never ended up releasing at some point. I created them a while back, and I just could not figure out like what event to release them in. Maybe this one. So those are something you haven't seen before. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It looks very, very nice. Not too much, but it still looks super, super cool regardless. So next up we have the underground party room. This is for Evil Cluck, as we can clearly see by obviously the banners and then of course the dance floor, which is super cool. So yeah, anyway, this is a very nice looking room, and well, that's all there is to say about it. I should have been holding the banner the whole time, but this is the theme park. We have Evil Sheep Leader right here, since he's obviously one of them. Of course, because of the sheep redesign a few months ago, he does look slightly different, which is pretty cool. Honestly, I think he looks much better this way, personally. He looks more evil. So, that's a nice little design. Anyway, the reason that it looks like this, we have a ton of Evil Sheep Leader banners all over the place. But again, the main reason it looks like this is because, as you may notice, Evil Sheep Leader's base under the theme park is open for this universe. There's nothing new in here. While yes, there probably could have been some Evil Sheep Leader banners in here, I think it already looks crazy enough. So, regardless, not much to say about that room, other than the fact that it's cool that that base is open. So we have another Evil Cluck themed room here, as you can see at the resort. Obviously, that's Evil Cluck's little initials, EC, which is pretty cool. As you can see, this is mainly all white with the Evil Cluck statue right there. That's pretty cool. Very similarly to the Evil Cluck universe, except now it's white, so that's pretty cool. Actually, that's pretty much the only difference with this, except now there's, of course, the Evil Cluck initials here now. So, yeah, this room didn't change much. So the next room we have is here in the dog park, and this is where we can find Evil Cluck, which is pretty cool. Speaking of which, he is the one that took over the dog park in this universe, since he was responsible for blowing it up multiple times in the past. Trust me, we all know that, including me. I remember when that happened in 2019. That was crazy. I think it was like literally like right before the first Operation Nichols Island. Anyway, that's off topic. Regardless, this is how it looks. We have the fences in Evil Cluck's colors, which is pretty cool. We even have all the little shutters for the familiar location house being changed from black to Evil Cluck banners, which is super cool. And again, all the fences have been redesigned to its respective colors. And there are now fire on the bushes here. And the fountain has also been changed to lava, just like the village in the previous universe. Which, oh, yeah, speaking of the village, it is not only the last room in the universe, but it's also the last Evil Sheep Leader room in the universe. But basically the last room in the universe overall. This is mainly redesigned for Evil Sheep Leader. As you can clearly see by the black, it looks pretty obvious, but it looks very cool. Kind of similar to the Evil Cluck universe, just a little different, which is cool. But yeah, no, everything has been redesigned to black. The fountain is still the same from the Evil Cluck universe, which is pretty cool. That would make sense, since of course he's evil after all. Of course, why wouldn't it? That's really it for the village. Personally, there's not much to say other than it looks cool. It looks cool. I think it looks great for a universe like this. So, with all that being said, we're gonna go ahead and end the video now. So our next mission is going to be on Monday, May 5th, in 2 days. So, please look forward to that. Until then, Operation Multiverse is